in that area. So, yeah, it's pretty. But I decided this was too far away from the. That was too far away from the grandkids, so we had to stay closer, within 100 miles.
Oh Lord.
Yep. So, that's why we're 100 miles away.
Where are they at now?
St. Pete, two in
Oh,
St.
okay.
Pete, two in Oldsmore.
Okay, okay. Not too far.
Not too far. 100 miles. 100 miles to one and 80 to the other.
Just far enough.
Just far enough. Yep. Yep. Do we have anybody else showing up today? I see Robert's there. Here comes Laura.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Did you see, Jim, that the Smokies over by Gatlinburg, they're getting snow already and everything?
Yeah. We were hoping for some snow when we were up there this year, but just didn't do anything but get cold and rainy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was 1 year we were up there and we got snow. We had a blast. We were out at Montgomery Bell State Park and we were sliding down the hillside on cardboard and plastic and had a blast.
That's cool.
Real good time. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a real good time.
Yeah, me and my niece. What's that?
So it was a real good time.
I've got photos of my niece. God, it must have been 10 years ago. Maybe more. But we've been up, and I mean, it was like snow everywhere. And I'm native Floridian, so I was like, oh my God, look at this stuff. It's amazing. So, and we're like, beating on my husband, like, pull over. So he lets us out in this one spot, and it's like this little outlook. When you're driving, I think it's through the Great Smoky Mountain National Forest, and they have that big curve, and then right in the middle, there's like a little pull away, and you can see like in the curve. It was full of snow. We had a snowball fight right there on the edge of the mountain. It was so beautiful.
Yep. I've been up in Klingman's Dome when it's been snowed in.
Yes.
It was so bad up there, my camera froze up it wouldn't take pictures. It was too cold.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's wild.
That was cold. It was cold. We had a couple of days up there where we were at in 20s.
Wow.
Yeah. That night down at the Nashville Bash down in Nashville, that was 34 degrees, I think. One daughter and my granddaughter and I went down there to catch all that music stuff going on, and that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And my granddaughter said, my feet are freezing, it's time to leave. so we left, went back to the lodge, and watched it on TV.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
For sure.
Still a good time.
Any vacation's a good time.
That's right. That is for sure.
Yep.
Hello, Beverly.
Hello.
Good to see you. Shall we start? Is there other people be coming?
Maybe wait 1 minute.
Sure.
Hello? Hello? Just wondering if you can hear me. This is Bob Esposito.
Hey, Bob, we can hear you.
Okay, I can't hear you from the computer, so I'm just gonna call it from the phone.
Okay.
I can see you all talking.
Yeah, we start. Go ahead and start. Welcome, everybody. I'm getting feedback on my computer.
Hey, Bob, can you mute your computer? Oh, there you go. Okay, there you go, Jim.
Okay.
I'm just gonna shut it
Good,
off.
thank you. All right. Welcome, everybody. I hope everyone had a good holiday season, and now everybody's back to work, except for a couple of us retirees. I'd like to start introductions. I'm Jim McLean, Vice Chair of our group, CTST, West Central Group. Laura, you want to go ahead? Melissa, just call out the names. That'd be all right.
Sure thing. So hey, everybody, I'm Melissa Shepard with JMT. Just to let everybody know, the meeting is being recorded. If you are not speaking, please mute your mics. So we'll just go ahead and go down the list. I have Bev Howard. Well, she's on the call. She might be having mic issues. All right, we'll just go to the next person, Brent Mosier.
Hi, this is Brenton Mosier from USF Qatar.
Sir, Ernie Lane.
Ernie Lane, Hernando County Engineering.
Thank you. Eric Henry.
Hey everybody, Eric Henry, FDOT District 7 Safety.
I think, Jim, you introduced yourself, but if you want to introduce yourself again.
Jim McLean, Citrus County citizen.
John Bergen.
Lieutenant John Bergen with the Citrus County Sheriff's Office Traffic Unit.
Thanks, sir. Laura.
Sergeant Laura Anstead with the Citrus County Sheriff's Office Traffic Unit.
Thank you, ma'am. Nick Ennis.
Hi everyone, Nick Ennis, Element Engineering Group, DOT Safety Consultant.
Thank you, sir. Lori Paleo.
Hello, everyone. I'm Lori Paleo with JMT.
Right, and then I think Bob Esposito is on the line as well.
Yes, Bob Esposito with the Hernando Citrus MPO.
Thank you. And then we have another someone phoned in. I'm not positive who it is, but if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself to the group. Maybe not. Okay, well, if there's anyone else on the line that would like, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, it's that 4060 number, that's Ernie.
Oh, okay, Ernie, thank you. All right, if there's anyone else on the line that I have not called, feel free to introduce yourself. All right, and with that, I think that's it, Jim. Thank you.
Good, thank you. Thank you, Melissa. Should we review and approve the December 2023 minutes? May I have a motion to approve those minutes?
So moved, Ernie.
Ernie moved them. Second, please.
I'll second.
All right, second by Laura, I believe that was. All right, good, thank you very much. Minutes are approved as read. Some old business, review of the problem location spreadsheet. Melissa, you want to run through those, please?
Yep, we've got corridor wide on Good Neighbor Trail. That's our first one. The last update on that was Ernie was told that the POs were cut and that it should start being worked on soon. Is that still the fact, Ernie? Like, is that still what's happening? Any other update?
Yeah, I did talk to this Ernie. I did talk to the assistant county engineer about this particular project, and he is working on a game plan to maintain, or find out exactly what maintained areas that we'll be maintaining versus city of Brooksville, because they'll be connecting into that Good Neighbor Trail. And once that's done, they've already started replacing a lot of the ADA mats and still looking at what they want to do for the long-term fix.
Okay.
All right, sounds good.
All right.
Next item.
Yep, we've got Mariner and North Cliff.
Ernie, again, this one here has not made to the top of the list to be done yet. It's on it, just not to the top yet. So.
All right, thank you, Ernie. 41 and 486. I'm sorry. Ernie, or Eric, you have some information about that?
Yeah, so I reached back out to Vicky and the project manager that was in charge of putting the skip lines down there. They'd when I had previously contacted them, they said that the job had been completed, but obviously it hasn't. So I sent them over some current photos from Street View, and the project manager said that they would take a look at it, but that was yesterday that he responded. And I don't have any further update, but they are aware of it and they're looking into it again.
Okay. Good, thank you. Main Street, should I go ahead? Main Street and Highland Boulevard. We talked about the traffic signal there. Has that been adjusted?
No update currently on that one. I know the traffic ops signal timing consultants were taking a look at it, but I haven't touched base with them since the last meeting to see if there was any update.
Okay. Laura, hey, you brought that one up. Has there been any changes you've noticed down there?
No, we're still waiting on the adjustment for that one. It just it just needs to be set up differently. Those arrows should be turning for those at the same time instead of after all the other traffic.
Okay. Good, thank you. And Powell Road and Suncoast Trail Crossing. Any update on that, Ernie?
No, it's same as before. Haven't heard anything yet.
Okay. And then we have the County Line Road and Trillium Boulevard, Sergeant Andrews, who apparently is not online today. Was going to look into that one, but I don't have no update on that one. Apparently. Okay. All right. That's all of the old business problem sheets that we had on our list. Any others that we need to bring up? Okay, very good. About calendar updates and activity reports? We had,
I can kick us off if you like.
all right, thank you, Brenton.
So we are, we have finished the enforcement period of our enhanced law enforcement engagement. So all the enforcement on state roads hopefully will still be going on, even if they aren't getting points for it. But we are calculating those points, and I'll have points and stats for the next meeting. Also, I earlier this weekend was attending the Transportation Research Board conference in Washington, D.C., where I presented a poster on the FDOT project about geofencing. So that was really interesting. I got to learn a lot about different topics and attend some cool sessions. And M. Duran from FDOT was also there. And so, you know, it was a pretty good experience. Unfortunately, I had to leave the hotel at 3 a.m. to catch a 6 a.m. flight back here today. So y'all are lucky to have me.
Well, good. Appreciate you doing that. All right. And we had Bob Esposito had a report last month about the resurfacing of 44 from 41 to Sumter County and traffic light at Gospel Island Road and 41. I'm not sure when that project's going to start. I don't know if anybody had any idea, Bob, when that was going to
Yeah,
start?
that project's probably not going to kick off until at least this summer.
Okay.
Bless you.
Thank you. All right, thank you. And we still had Todd Cloud talked about doing some right turn on reds, but that's, when I was up in vacation in Nashville, I saw some information about that the entire United States may be switching from right turn on reds, which was quite an eye opener. We're talking about it and then talking about the United States nationally stopping that issue. And that was it on those. Is there any new updates or activity reports? Hearing none. Wow, we're moving right along. Today must be good. Any new business, new problem areas, new problem? Let me see here where we're at. Yeah. Okay. No. Fatal crash map. Lori, it's your turn. Off my schedule here.
Hello.
Lori.
So from January 1st, for Citrus County, from January 1st to October 28th, there have been 19 fatal crashes. At the last CTST from January 1st to October 2nd, there were 18 fatal crashes. So there's been one new fatal crash in Citrus County since the last CTST meeting. That fatal crash was a run off the road fatal crash, which occurred on October 17th, 2023 at US 41 in North Citrus Springs Boulevard, not at the intersection in dark, not lighted, and clear, dry conditions. The vehicle was traveling south on US 41 north of North Citrus Springs Boulevard, negotiating a curve in the roadway. And for unknown reasons, the driver lost control of their vehicle. As a result, the vehicle ran off the roadway onto the west grass shoulder of US 41. So there are currently 19 fatal crashes through October 28th in Citrus County. And in the same time period in 2022, there were 23 fatal crashes. So Citrus County is down by 4 fatal crashes. Next for Hernando County, from January 1st to October 28th, 2023, there were 35 fatal crashes. And at the last CTST meeting from January 1st to October 2nd, there were 28 fatal crashes. So there's been 7 new fatal crashes since the last CTST data. Those include 3 run off the road fatal crashes. Those were on Mariner Boulevard and Quality Drive, Spring Hill Drive, and 14391 Spring Hill Drive, and Mondon Hill Road and State Road 50. there was a right angle fatal crash on East Avenue and Fort Dade Avenue, and a left turn fatal crash on Cortez Boulevard and Devlin Street. There were 2 pedestrian fatal crashes, one on US 41 and Spring Hill Drive on October 9th at a 4-way intersection in dark, not lighted, and clear drive conditions. Vehicle was traveling northbound on US 41 in the outside lane south of Spring Hill Drive, and the pedestrian was walking eastbound across US 41 from Spring Hill Drive towards Highbury Boulevard. As the vehicle approached the intersection, it had the right of way as indicated by a green traffic signal, and the pedestrian failed to yield to the right of way. The second pedestrian fatal crash occurred on October 16th on Jacqueline Road and Mariner Boulevard at a T intersection in dark, not lighted, clear, and dry conditions. The vehicle was traveling east in the eastbound lane of Jacqueline Road, approaching Mariner Boulevard, and the pedestrian was walking east while pushing a shopping cart in the eastbound travel lane of Jacqueline Road, approaching Mariner Boulevard. And the front right of the vehicle collided with the back of the pedestrian. There are currently 35 fatal crashes through October 28th, and the same time period in the previous year in 2022, there were 37 fatal crashes. So Hernando County is down by 2 fatal crashes. And that's everything I got.
Thank you, Lori. Are there any questions about the fatal crashes in the counties or any updates from anyone there?
Well, this is Ernie, Jim. I don't have any questions, but a comment. If we could get access again to those crash reports prior to the 60 days, it would help. Because I mean, by the time I get the crash report, I've already received 10 other fatal crashes or 10 other intersections to study by the time that one comes around. And so that one kind of gets buried until it makes its way back up again.
Lori, do you have an answer for that?
Well, signal for, Peter
I
does.
see. Yeah, Peter has his hand up.
I have an answer. So,
All right, good, Peter.
Happy New Year to all of you. Yeah, I'm the troublemaker. Really remove this CDMS, whatever the crash report access to you guys, because this whatever Florida statute passed last year really prohibit us to really that 60-day rule. Really, I don't want to be the first one to go to jail. Okay. But I need to mention, I did mention very clearly, I don't want to be the first one in state of Florida and later become so famous nationwide. So, but later just FYI, this is an issue really drive DOT crazy because everybody heard there's a lot of crashes happen on state highway. We need to do something. From internally, Tallahassee make a deal with DHSMV. For the people working DOT, we can access the crash report data up to 3 days ago. For example, today, January 10, I can access the crash report, severe and fatal only, up to January 7. But later, the DHSMV, the MOU we have with DHSMV, they say only for DOT internal usage only, cannot release to anybody outside DOT. If they find us something, they will void the MOU. So you know what I try to say. I don't want to be the first one go to jail because the 60-day law. I don't want to be the first one brand by Tallahassee say who released it to people of the frame in Hernando County because DHSMV is going to void all the agreement we had. So later, I really appreciate really Laurie JMT can share this information. Answer the question, unless this statute change again, I don't think so in the near future. That's our hand were tied.
Okay. Well, we certainly don't want to see you go to jail, Peter. And we appreciate your input. Does that answer your question, Ernie?
Hey, Peter, this is Bob Esposito. If you go to jail, we'll bring you candy.
Oh, I take it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Very
Hey, after
good.
the holidays, there should be salads.
Hey, Michael, how you
That,
doing,
that,
Mike?
that can be arranged.
Yeah, George and I logged in late, but we're here.
All right, great. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Do we have any more comments about the fatal crash maps and information available? Hearing none, let's move to the Safe Routes to Schools program. Eric, do you have any updates on that?
No, sir, not this time.
No, we don't have anything. I think they're gonna start something up here back in 25, I believe it is, but that's a long ways from now, so. How about the HSIP report, Eric or Melissa? No, we've seen some emails about the grants coming out.
Yes, the portal is open. We're still accepting applications for HSIP funding. Working on implementing some new functionality if you're requesting specifically a project to be funded by HSIP instead of just equipment. But there's still money available. So please work with Melissa, work with us. If you have any of those low cost safety improvements you want to implement, get them in now. And it is grant season, so a lot of the grant deadlines are going to be end of February. So if you're looking for grants, now's the time to start getting those concept papers filled out and submitted.
Very good, thank you. Would that help, Ernie? Would that help you with anything down there in the Good Neighbor Trail area or striping roads?
We'll take a look at that and see what we can come up with.
All right, good, thank you. It'd be good, get some of that money to help with those projects. Very good. How about some new business? Anybody have any new business to open up? New problem locations? Peter has his hand up.
Yes, can I ask Melissa to show us the folks in Citrus and Hernando County to get the safety dollar to address the local road safety? I think she have a very, very nice PowerPoint. She want to really start to really introduce the funding because DOT is not big enough, but when you talk about Uncle Sam DC, they have billion, we have millions. So, and that's something I think really Melissa would teach us how can we use this Biden infrastructure bill to get the money to address local road safety. Melissa, are you ready?
I am, Peter, I am, yes. All right, let me bring it up on my screen. I'm just going to show you guys from this view. Can everybody see the PowerPoint? Safe Streets for All?
Yes.
All right, awesome. So this was created by our other safety prime, Rich, who is with Banesh, and we've been trading information back and forth, but this is an overview of what the grant is and how to apply. So this is a discretionary program established through the bipartisan infrastructure law. They are planning to give out $5 billion over 5 years. So this started in 2022 and it's going to go to 2026. So this funds regional, local, and tribal initiatives to prevent roadway deaths and serious injuries. So to date, the grant has provided 1.7 billion to over 1,000 communities in 50 states and in Puerto Rico. So the application process has not been opened yet, but it is expected to open in February 2024. So we're just waiting for the date, you know, for the government to tell us, you know, hey, the application process is open. Feel free to go ahead. this grant, the Safe Streets for All grant, it requires at least 20% of the total project funding to come from non-federal sources. So this could be cash and in-kind contributions. All right, so who's eligible for these grants? It is counties, cities, towns, transit agencies, and other special districts that are political subdivisions of a state. MPOs are eligible, federally recognized tribal governments, and multi-jurisdictional group of entities as described above. Who are not eligible? DOT, unfortunately. Other political subdivisions, nonprofit organizations, and other private sector entities. So there are two different grant type avenues. So there's the planning and demonstration avenue, which is more of the first, what you got to do first. And then the other side is the implementation. So in this planning and demonstration area, you're going to, it's asking you like, do you have your action plan? Because that is the first step to get an action plan together. You're going to demonstrate how you're going to use the funds. And then in the next step, you implement the funds that you've been asked to plan in your action plan. All right, so this just goes over what I just mentioned. So the action plan is a comprehensive safety action plan that defines the strategy to prevent roadway fatalities and serious injuries. Then there can be a supplemental action plan, which includes like typical safety subplans, roadway safety audits, equity assessments, and then the demonstration activities would be like feasibility studies using quick build strategies, MUTCD engineering studies, pilot programs, things of that nature. And then the implementation portion of the grant, this is actually the project and strategies identified in the action plan that you submitted previously that addresses roadway safety problems. So examples of these could be bike ped networks, complete streets, safety management, safe routes to school, transit, education campaigns, evaluating improvement intersection safety. All right, so now let's get into the fun part, the money. So District 7 has been awarded a lot, I shouldn't say a lot, but they have been awarded many of the action plans and implementation grants from this bipartisan grant. So roughly 59 million was awarded to the region. That is roughly 3.5% of the funds awarded throughout the program. And for comparison, District 7 makes up roughly 1% of the US population. So we've had 11 projects. So there have been 11 projects, including 9 agencies that have received funding. So then this is the planning and demonstration phase. So this was the action plan phase and the sub grants. Yes. So we've got Fort Pinellas. In 2002, we had Fort Pinellas and Hernando County receive funds. And then in 2003, we had City of Clearwater, City of St. Pete, and Tampa Cutter receive funds. And as you can see, these are not, little amounts. Like this is a good chunk of funding. And then continuing on in the same sort of phase, planning and demonstration. Let's see, the Hillsborough County MPO, which is now the TPO, and Hillsborough County and City of Tampa received 2 million. And then Hillsborough County as a whole, 10 million. Pasco County MPO, they received 320,000, and then Pinellas County received 2.5 million. And then on the implementation side, which is the actual putting construction to work for the safety projects, City of Tampa received 20 million for a bunch of quick builds along high injury network, and then implementation proven safety countermeasures near schools, ped safety and equity action plan, and then Hillsborough County received 20 million as well to implement low cost proven safety countermeasures, sidewalks, leading pedestrian intervals, called curb bulb outs, crosswalk improvements, etc. So some successful win themes for crafting the grant application were education and outreach. I mean, this could be anything from community workshops, advertising campaigns, focus groups, behavioral changes, and then systemically low-cost countermeasures applied in many locations. Equity is a big one. Proximity, relevance to disadvantaged communities. Complete streets, bike ped, lane repurposing, separated raised bike lanes, RFBs, bull belts. I mean, a bunch of items here. Technology is a big one. Dynamic variable speed warning signs, LPIs, innovative intersections, arc cuts, increased ped crossings. Lighting is a huge one. LED lighting, adaptive lighting. Partnerships, as you recall, I said, you know, a bunch of the winning entities were like Hillsborough County and Cutter, or, you know, the TPO and so. So it's a bunch of, like, you know, people getting together for one cause. So programs, seed funds to establish programs and positions like Vision Zero, Safe Rest of School. And then, let's see, same thing. So some of the other, I don't know if I'm going to go into this, but some of the other areas of the country where people have won funding, or they were successful with funding, was like, let's see, Union City, California, dash cameras installed on bus transit, Greensboro, North Carolina, street design standards, South Boston, Virginia, digital twin model simulation of action plans, Delaware County, Pennsylvania, school focused community engagement and education plan for schools, walk audits. So the theme here is safety. We want to make sure we can decrease these roadway fatalities. And that's Rich's information. So for those who could be interested in applying for one of these Safe Streets for All grant applications, between the firm, you know, the safety consultants for FDOT, we can definitely help you apply with the amount of funding that has been given out. We can definitely partner with these other successful entities to see how they did it, what, you know, how they were successful. So we can definitely assist with this. We will be issuing some e-blasts soon to let you guys know more about what I said, maybe with more links in there, just to let you know, like, when the application process should be open. But we will be pushing information soon about this because it will be released soon, and we want to get you guys ahead of it. And if there's anything that we can do, let us know. Definitely reach out to myself, Rich, anybody else on the team. Bob, are you guys interested in doing anything like this? Bob Esposito? Or is this on your radar?
You know, it kind of is. It's just being a small MPO, it's tough to pull together the resources. So yeah, I would say yes. We just got to figure out how we're going to pull it all together.
Gotcha. Okay, Peter or Eric, do you guys have any other input that you'd like to add?
I don't have anything to add. That was great. Thank you, Melissa. I feel like I learned a lot. It's more than I knew.
Awesome. Peter, anything? Oh, he's not even. Oh, yeah, he's there, still there.
Sounds
right.
like he's talking to somebody, so.
Okay. All right,
How
sounds
about,
good.
how about the engineering staffs from each county? Can they get involved with that and do something?
Definitely. I know, Ernie, you guys have a bunch of projects up there, so I mean, this could definitely assist with funding on the roundabout that you guys have coming up. And maybe even Lillian's already looked into this, I'm not positive, but it's just a great additional source of funding that's there, and we can definitely help.
Yeah. I'm wondering how much with the budgets and stuff like that, how much of that with the 20% match funds are creating a blockage to doing this from each of the counties.
Yeah, it definitely could. But hopefully if they could come up with 20%, the
Kinda
other
tough when
part
you
of
got
it.
a $1 million project, that's quite a chunk of the budget. And I think some
Yes.
of these counties may hesitate to do that because of that issue.
Definitely.
Although it's a
I
great
would echo
idea.
that.
I think we need to do a 10% match. Then it'll probably be more feasible and a lot of people will jump on it.
This is true. I would love to have a zero match, but unfortunately,
Yeah.
they probably want you to come with something.
Well, you have to have some collateral in the game, so that's the part of it.
Sure.
Okay. Thank you, Melissa, for that presentation. And Peter,
Well-
thank you for bringing it up. And let's move on. Are there any other things under new business that we have to discuss today and add to our list? Hearing none. How about open forum and announcements? Do we have any open forum announcements to make? I hear none. Brenton has left the scene. Brenton may have something to announce. Do you have anything to announce, Brenton? Your mic's
muted,
not
Brenton.
on. Yeah.
I don't really have anything, but if anyone has any ins with any of the local schools, we are still trying to do education to the schools up in the northern counties. I know that I don't believe either of the two counties have a driver's ed program, so we usually do Hope PE classes, but if you have anything, just shoot me an email.
Thank you. I have to compliment the staff on doing the DOT District 7 newsletter. I think that's a pretty nice publication you guys put out, and all you contributors, I really appreciate the information. I'm sure if anybody's reading that they're going to get a lot of information out of it and know what the other people are doing in our District 7. That's good. Good stuff.
Yeah, and if anybody has any
Hey,
story
Jim.
ideas, sorry, George, if anybody has any ideas for stories for this upcoming newsletter, send them my way. We'd be happy to include them.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Jim. It's
Yes.
George. Hey, just wanted to update you guys that we did just wrap up the ELEE program for the second year in a row. And so we're out meeting with agencies there. Brenton's busy compiling all the data and make sure that these agencies can get all the equipment that they've worked so hard for. And we're looking to move forward to continue this program. So we're talking to them, getting some different ideas, and certainly want to make this program even more successful moving into 2024. So that's what we're working on now.
Great. Thank you very much. We look forward to getting that information and how it worked out. Right here, I hear no more
Sure, as Brent-
announcements or open. Yes, go ahead.
No, I just said as soon as Brenton gets all that stuff together, I know he's got a lot of work ahead of him, but certainly appreciate everything he's done with it. But yeah, it should be a very, very successful year, and moving forward should be even more. So we look forward to that.
All right, very good. Thank you. Any other updates or announcements? Hearing none. I guess we'll have to adjourn. And I'd like to let everybody know the next meeting will be on February the 14th at 1:30. It will be a virtual meeting. February 14th, 1:30, virtual meeting. And we certainly appreciate everybody's attendance, and everybody's comments today. Thank you so much, and have a great month. See you next month.
Thank
Bye
y'all.
now.
Thank you, everybody.
All right.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
bye now.